Let me ask you something. Have you ever been ghosted by a woman who once texted you good morning every day like her life depended on it, and then suddenly vanished like a magician at a kid's party? And now you're just there, lying in bed, staring at your phone like it betrayed you. What if I told you that there are 9 psychological triggers that can make her miss you so badly? She'll stalk your Instagram like it's her part-time job. Yep, these aren't your average text her good morning or buy her flowers tips. Nah, these are rooted in dark psychology, subtle moves that play with her subconscious, flip the emotional switch in her brain, and make her think about you when she doesn't want to. Sound interesting? Thought so. Let's dive in. 1. The power of disappearing like Batman. Imagine this. You're texting her every day, replying in seconds, always asking how her day went. You think you're showing care, but she's slowly losing interest because there's no mystery. You've become predictable, like your phone alarm in the morning. Now think about Batman. He shows up, saves the day, and then vanishes without saying goodbye. People are left thinking, who was that guy? That's the power of disappearing. When you suddenly stop being available, it flips a psychological switch in her mind. It creates a void, and our brains hate voids. We try to fill them with thoughts, emotions, and memories. When you pull back without explanation, it doesn't mean you're being rude. It means you're allowing her the space to wonder. Did I say something wrong? Is he losing interest? That curiosity makes her revisit old conversations, photos, and even your social media, looking for signs. But here's the kicker. Disappearing only works if you were once present. If you were never noticed to begin with, you're just gone. So be consistent, make a strong impression, then withdraw like a mystery man. And don't go announcing your exit. That ruins the effect. Quiet withdrawal is more powerful than loud drama. Leave her emotionally stirred, just like a cliffhanger in a good movie. She'll miss you not because you disappeared, but because you used to be there. And now she's not sure why you're gone or when you'll return. Batman style, silent, cool, unforgettable. 2. Emotional breadcrumbs leave her wanting more. Have you ever watched a TV show that gave you just enough each episode to keep you hitting next episode at 3 a.m.? That's emotional breadcrumbing. In dating, most guys do the opposite. They dump everything out too soon. Life stories, emotional trauma, goals, childhood fears, ex-girlfriend drama, on date 1. The mystery's gone, and now you're just another guy who over-talked and underwhelmed. But what if you did the opposite? Instead of oversharing, you dropped subtle clues about your life, like breadcrumbs in a forest. A quick story about a wild trip, a comment about something you're passionate about, a smile when she asks more but you hold back just a little. Now she's curious. You're not just a guy, you're a puzzle. And guess what? People love solving puzzles. This keeps her invested. She starts thinking about you when you're not around. She's left wondering who you really are. That wondering turns into wanting. And let's be real, everyone chases what they can't fully have. Emotional breadcrumbs are like seasoning. A little goes a long way. Too much, and you ruin the dish. Keep conversations meaningful, but not overly revealing. You're not hiding, you're guiding. Give her just enough to stir emotion and keep her mentally engaged. She'll come back again and again, craving that next breadcrumb because she thinks the next one might lead to something amazing. And if you play it right, it will. 3. Emotional imprint. Hit her in the feels. Let's get something straight. Women don't miss boring. They don't miss nice. They miss feelings. Ever had a song that instantly takes you back to a moment? That's an emotional imprint. It's not about the lyrics, it's how the song made you feel. You want to be that guy, the one who left a deep emotional mark that pops back up in her memory out of nowhere. So how do you do it? Not by being perfect, but by being authentic. Tell her something real. Make her laugh so hard her stomach hurts. Be vulnerable in the right moment. Share something deep that most people don't see in you. Moments like these create an emotional echo. Long after the conversation is over, she's still thinking about it. The laugh, the eye contact, the way you made her feel understood when no one else did. This is why emotional connection beats physical attraction. Physical fades, emotional hits stay. And guess what? When you're gone, that emotional imprint doesn't fade. She'll miss you during her morning coffee, in traffic, while watching that show you both joked about. You're not just a memory, you're a feeling she can't replace. So don't aim to impress her with your job, car, or flexing. Leave her with a moment that made her feel something new. Because when she starts chasing that feeling again, she's not chasing a guy, she's chasing you. 4. Detach to attract, the reverse psychology magic. You ever try to grab a cat that doesn't want attention? It walks away. But if you sit still and ignore it, it suddenly wants to sit on your face. Weird, right? But this is human psychology in action. Most guys chase. They try too hard, text too fast, show too much interest too soon. That tells her, he's easy, I've already won him. And once someone feels they've already won the game, they stop playing. But when you detach, emotionally, not rudely, you trigger a strange response. She starts wondering, why isn't he chasing me? Doesn't he like me? What's his deal? That wonder turns into interest. You're showing strength, independence, the fact that you're whole without her. That kind of detachment is rare, and it's magnetic. Women don't miss the guy who's always there begging for attention. They miss the one who stood his ground and didn't flinch. Now, don't go overboard and act cold or dismissive. That's just being a jerk. The goal is to show that your world doesn't revolve around her, but it can include her if she's earned it. Think of it like this. You're the prize, not the contestant. You're the main event, not the background act. Detach, create space, be calm. When you don't need her validation, she starts seeking yours. And before you know it, she's missing the guy who didn't fall into the trap of being just another follower. You didn't chase, and now she's chasing you. 5. Become her dopamine dealer, the good kind. Let me tell you a little secret. If you can become the source of her dopamine, the feel-good brain juice, she's going to crave you like her favorite guilty pleasure snack. It's basic psychology. We chase whatever gives us a rush, whether it's coffee, social media likes, or that one person who makes our day better without even trying. You want to be that person. Here's how. Surprise her. Not with grand gestures. Leave the fireworks to Hollywood. I'm talking about the small, unexpected things, like sending her a funny voice note out of nowhere, sharing a random thought that made you think of her, telling her you remembered that weird little thing she said last week. That unpredictability triggers dopamine. Why? Because the brain loves novelty. When you're not always available, when you're not overly predictable, and when every interaction feels slightly different and emotionally rewarding, boom, you've hacked her nervous system. Also, be her fun escape, make her laugh, tease her in a playful way, not like a 12-year-old boy. Keep the conversation light but meaningful. When life feels heavy, people remember who made them feel light. If every time she talks to you, she ends up smiling or feeling better, she'll start associating you with good emotions. And guess what? When you're not around, her brain will miss its favorite dopamine dealer. You're not just a guy anymore. You're a feeling, a happy place, a vibe. And that, my friend, is how addiction begins, in the best way possible. 6. Level up in silence. Glow up without a word. Here's a move that never fails. Improve yourself silently and let her find out on her own. Most guys mess up by trying to prove their worth with words. I'm working on myself. I'm hitting the gym now. I got this promotion. Newsflash: talking about it too much ruins the effect. Real growth doesn't need a megaphone. Imagine this. You go quiet for a while. No drama, no begging, just peace. Meanwhile, you're hitting the gym, leveling up your finances, building new skills, dressing better, smiling more. You're turning into the man she always wished you'd become, but you're not rubbing it in. Then one day, she sees a picture of you online, or she hears from a mutual friend, and suddenly it hits her. Wait, what? He's glowing now? That realization stings, in a good way. You went from background noise to a walking plot twist. She didn't expect you to grow. She expected you to stay stuck. Your silent upgrade becomes a mirror, showing her what she lost, and she starts wondering if she was wrong. This is where psychology kicks in. People are naturally drawn to those who are constantly evolving. You've now become a man of movement, and movement attracts. You don't have to post motivational quotes or gym selfies, just live it. Let the glow-up speak. And when she starts missing you, it won't be because of what you said. It'll be because of what she sees and what she no longer has access to. 7. Mirror her energy, then pull back gently. Ever tried texting someone like your life depends on it, and all you get is LOL? It hurts, right? That's because energy mismatch kills attraction. The trick here is simple: mirror her energy. If she's giving short replies, you don't send paragraphs. If she's taking a day to reply, you take a day. You match her tempo, then slowly start pulling back. Not in a petty way, but with class. Why does this work? Because it breaks the pattern. People expect us to try harder when they give less. But when you match their energy and then lower it, it triggers a psychological reaction. Now she's the one wondering, wait, what's going on? Why isn't he trying anymore? It's reverse psychology, baby. You stop chasing, she starts noticing. It creates a subtle tension, an emotional gap she suddenly wants to close. But here's the key: don't ghost. Don't play childish games. Just be slightly less available. Take longer to respond. Give shorter answers. Be polite, but distant. Let her feel that shift. And don't explain it. Don't say, "I'm matching your energy." That kills the magic. Let her figure it out. Let her feel the absence without warning. Soon, her curiosity will morph into effort. She'll start increasing her energy, hoping to get the old version of you back. And by that time, you're in control. Because when she misses the way you used to treat her, she'll realize just how much it mattered. 8. Be unreachable, but not gone. Here's the sweet spot most men miss: being unreachable but not completely absent. It's the art of being around, but just out of reach. Like a song she hears in the distance but can't quite name. Most guys either smother her with attention or vanish into the void. Both extremes kill attraction. What works better? Controlled scarcity. You're not always available, but you're not invisible either. You're like Wi-Fi in a cafe. She knows it's there, but she has to work a bit to connect. Don't be the guy who responds instantly to every text. Let her wonder what you're doing. Be busy, genuinely. Let your time feel valuable. When she asks, "Where you been?" you casually say, "Just handling life." No explanations needed. And when you do appear, bring good vibes. Make her laugh. Show her you're doing well. Then disappear again. She gets a taste, but never the full plate. This creates longing. It keeps her thinking. And here's the twist. By being just out of reach, you become more attractive. You signal that you have your own life, your own priorities, that you're not desperate, that you're rare. And let's be honest, People value what's rare. So don't always be the first to message. Don't always say yes. Be the guy who pops in, lights up her day, then fades out just enough to leave her craving more. She won't even realize it's happening until she's already hooked. 9. Make her regret losing you. Without saying a word, the final move. Make her regret letting you go, but never say it. Not in words. Say it with your evolution. See, real regret isn't caused by what someone else tells you. It's what you feel when you realize you lost something valuable. And your job now is to become so valuable, so improved, so elevated, that your absence becomes louder than your presence ever was. You don't do this by flexing on Instagram or sending her bitter texts. You do it by living well, by glowing up in silence, by walking into rooms like you own them, by laughing more, loving life, and never once begging to be seen. She'll hear about your new achievements. She'll see the confidence in your photos. She'll notice how your energy feels stronger, cleaner, more attractive. And deep down, she'll ask herself, was I stupid to let him go? Yes, she was. But you don't need to say that, because when you show it through your actions, it hits 10 times harder. When she sees you thriving, while she's still wondering, that's when the regret starts. That's when she begins to miss you badly. Not because you said all the right things, but because you became the kind of man she never expected you to become without her. And that's when you win. So now you know. It's not about texting her 24/7. It's not about simping. It's not about over-explaining your feelings. It's about psychology, mystery, emotional impact, the art of being unforgettable. Because here's the thing. When you make a woman feel something she hasn't felt before, when you show up different from every guy she's known, she can't help but replay the moments, analyze the silences, and wonder where you went. That, my friend, is when she starts to miss you. Badly. Now tell me, which one of these are you going to use first? Stick around, the game's just getting started.